Yo, what's up guys? Welcome to my new video. It's Hypno here. I really hope you enjoy. And in today's video, I'm gonna be playing this completely broken new log bait deck that I created, that I have a 100% win rate so far. I'm in League 7 right now, almost in League 8, so I played like 30 games or something like that, and I haven't lost once, so yeah, it has been so much fun playing this deck. I really enjoy log bait, as most of you guys know, so yeah, very bad poison right there, to be honest. Didn't hit the tower, so gonna give him the oops right there. Very, very bad poison. So have to log in right now. Don't want to embarrass myself because imagine I start the video and then I just lose the first game. So okay, but it's all good. He's like up 200 damage right here, and I'm very excited for the new season with the Void spell. That's completely new, and obviously the new Evolution Wizard also. I haven't played against the Evolution Wizard too much, to be honest. I faced the Void spell a lot more than the Evo Wizard, which kind of makes sense, right? Because you can like get the Void free to play and level it up if you have like epic wildcards, for example, or an epic book. Then you could already get it to a decent level. And in the lower leagues, you don't need the maxed card level to play them, because in the lower leagues it's not max level, right? So yeah, in the lower leagues I faced quite a lot of the Void spell. So yeah, hopefully we can face it a bit more in these higher league games. I didn't record my like lower league games, unfortunately, but I'm gonna be recording the rest of the games until Ultimate Champion, and hopefully I can get the 100% win rate until Ultimate Champion with this deck. I need like 20 more wins or something, so I'm already past halfway through, but obviously the last part is gonna be the hardest part. So yeah, let's hope we can do that. And very good princess prediction from him right there. Kind of obvious I would go for the princess, but at the same time, yeah, he can't really punish me for that. He's going really aggressive, so I can maybe like get a bit of damage, and that's just a free poison onto the princess right there. So I'll definitely take that. Not the greatest princess right there. Did I say princess onto the poison? I'm not sure. If I said princess onto the poison, I obviously meant poison onto the princess. My bad. And Evo wall breakers are being forced out and completely die, so we made a very good comeback right here after like being down 200 damage after that terrible poison, and Princess gonna be putting in a lot of work. I knew that as soon as I go for my Valkyrie, he would be going for the yeah, minion horde. Just like kind of obvious, right? So I instantly went for the princess right there, and he tried to predict that with the knight, but I was just way too fast with my princess. So okay, look at the evil skeletons. Okay, no way. His princess is putting in a lot of work, finishing off everything very nicely, but I'll just get a big poison right here onto the minion horde, and the princess will walk into that also. So very nice poison right here. The balance changes aren't here yet, so the poison hasn't been nerfed yet, but I feel like in this kind of deck where like the poison is gonna be the only spell that I use, like no double spell with the log and rocket, I feel like the poison will still work out in these kind of decks very nicely. It's just like in the decks where you poison cycle your opponent a lot. In these matchup, it's not gonna be that great, but this deck is more like you get all of the damage with Logbait, and you just like with Goblin Barrel and all that, and you just want to poison like their troops in the back that you can't kill otherwise. So this is like not any spell cycle deck or something, so the poison will still be very good in this deck. Just for example, that mirror spell cycle deck wouldn't be like as good with the nerf poison anymore, I feel like. So very good value he's always giving me with the poison onto the princess, to be honest. And if I block the princesses and they don't walk up, I can always get my next poison down onto his next princess. Like, he always goes for those princesses knowing that I just played my poisons, but if I just block the princesses and they don't walk up, then I can just cycle back to another poison like I did there. So we actually gonna be like taking the game on the right side here. 1 minute ago is what it was looking like we're gonna take the left, but I definitely take it, and GG's right here. And I'll see you guys in the next game, I guess. Nothing he can do from here on, so yeah, he's just gonna do nothing, and we almost take towers, so GG's. We in the next game here against David, and if I'm not mistaken, this should be the game for League 8 right here, so gonna be very nice if I win this, because I will only need to get to League 9 and then to Ultimate Champion to, yeah, get the complete run of 100% win rate to Ultimate Champion. So okay, he's going so aggressive with the drill and poison, but it actually works out for him because I didn't correctly predict the drill with the poison, and I don't have the lock in the stack, right? So if I don't predict the drill correctly with the Valkyrie, I will be forced to go for the skeletons or goblin gangs, so his poison will just get a lot of value whenever I don't predict the drill correctly, but it's kind of lucky from him, right? Because he couldn't know that I don't have the lock in the stack. So that was just like a very aggressive poison, hoping to hit something, I guess. So yeah, kind of lucky from him right there, but I guess it's okay. I'm just gonna pressure him here because he just played his knight, and his knight is like the best tank to defend the Valkyrie, obviously. So gonna go for the barrel because the Valkyrie is tanking, and okay, that was the perfect interaction for me right there because he tornadoed the goblins to the king tower like he should, but the executioner hit both of them, and that way they died and didn't activate the king tower. So very nice right here, and I can just pressure him with the princess at the bridge. So he doesn't predict that, and I can just go for the Evo skeletons because he will probably drill right. Obviously, they will always kind of go for the drill when they have the Evo Knight tanking. It's just like way too obvious because the best possible push someone like him can do is like Evo Knight drill, right? So pretty obvious that they go for the drill when they have the Evo Knight down. So very nice Evo skeletons right here, and just like that he's gonna get 3 crowned and gives up. So GG's right here, and I'll see you guys in the next game. We in the next game here against Miracle, and this is the first game of League 8, so gonna be facing better players from here on, which is kind of self-explaining, right? Because the higher you are in leagues, the better your opponents get, obviously. So I don't have the poison in cycle here, so I had to go for the Valkyrie just to get to my poison, and he actually puts the little prince inside of the poison, which is gonna be very nice. So the little prince should die right here. I'm tempted to go for the barrel, but I feel like he's up a little bit of elixir, so if I went for the barrel and he just ignored that, he would be up way too much elixir. So yeah, he golems in the back, so good that I didn't go for the barrel because then he would be up 5 elixir, and normally I would like to pressure them in the opposite lane, but he has stuff like bats, so it really wouldn't be worth it. I could go for the princess and then try to predict the bats with the electro spirit, but the problem is if he just ignores that for a bit and just like gets a good golem push going, I could be in trouble. So I just use my princess for defense, and he's gonna be going in very aggressive here, even though his golem is already dead. I can just go for the Valkyrie like this to block the Electro Dragon. The Electro Dragon is chaining onto my Tesla, but it doesn't matter because the Tesla is not gonna hit the Electro Dragon because of the range anyways, so I can just go for the princess to activate the King Tower here, hopefully. Okay, for one moment I thought I messed up because the first Electro Dragon hit didn't hit the princess, but I knew if I get like if the Electro Dragon gets another. Okay, wait, I can completely destroy him here if I go for the Evo Skeleton split. The Evo Skeletons will respawn onto the Knight, and also the right side will tank for the other Evo Skeletons, so there's no way he could stop both lanes, so he's just gonna get completely destroyed here. I was I was gonna finish what I was saying, but then I saw that Knight coming down, and I just saw the opportunity to pressure him perfectly on both lanes with the Evo Skeletons. So yeah, that's GG's right here. Very nice first game for League 8, and I'll see you guys for one more game. GG's. We in the final game for today against Mr. Bax, so let's see what he's playing here. And man, this lockbait deck is just way too good, I feel like, because the spellbait factor of this deck is just way too insane. Like, no matter what spells your opponent has, you will always be able to outcycle them. Like, it doesn't matter if they have the arrows or the lock, the snowball, the zap, or the delivery, the tornado. Doesn't really matter. All of those spells can be outcycled, and even if like they have two small spells, for example the snowball and arrows like this guy, or if they have other small spells like the delivery and log, for example, in Hawk EQ decks, that's where log and delivery is being played, I will always be able to outcycle them. It can only get tricky when they have the Evo Bomber plus like 2 small spells, but even then I should be able to outcycle them in some situations. So yeah, no one is gonna be safe from my cycle with this deck. And yeah, he already took so much damage and looks like he's a bit angry. So I'll definitely take it because 1000 on the right is very nice. And yeah, gonna be quite interesting to be facing Giant Graveyard with this deck. I feel like I have a very good matchup because Poison is so good against the Graveyard and also Electro Spirit obviously too. I'll just pressure him with Goblin Barrel and um, like Goblin Gang there because I knew he played the arrows, so he kind of has to overcommit onto that. I guess he played 7 Elixir and I will still have to defend the bowler, but I can just finish off the bowler with the Electro Spirit, so that's gonna be quite nice. And okay, he actually went for the bet, so perfect Electro Spirit right there, cleaning up everything. I'll just pressure him with the Valkyrie to see what he wants to do. Okay, looks like he's gonna be playing Giant Graveyard with the Evolution Wizard, so that's gonna be quite interesting. I feel like it's not really worth it for him to be playing it with like Evo Wizard and Bowler. One of like the other should be enough, so I feel like he should kind of be removing the bowler, but I guess it works out for him. He's in League 8 and it's like the first days of the new season, so he's kind of high, right? And I got a bit unlucky right there. Normally the Tesla would have pulled the Giant, but the Evo Skeletons pushed the Giant to the outside, so that way the Giant walked to my tower and I had to waste the Goblin Gang Electro Spirit just to make sure I defend well. I defended well, but I had to overcommit because of the unlucky Evo Skeletons interaction. So next time I will make sure I go for the Evo Skeletons on the outside, not on the inside. So that way, like the Giant can't be pushed to the outside. I mean, I guess it can still happen, but I have to get a lot more unlucky because if the Evo Skeletons spawn on the outside, the chances of the Giant being pushed to the inside are a lot higher. So, okay, he goes very aggressive here. I have to go for the Electro Spirit to reset the Wizard because it's already on the tower. So, very good Electro Spirit right there. I feel like I could have defended better if I didn't use the Goblin Gang onto the bowler, but then he would have gotten a lot of damage with the bowler, so not too sure what would have been better. He tries to like keep predicting my princesses, so wasted archers right there, and he didn't need that snowball also because I put the barrel in the back and the wizard would have one-shotted all of them, so wasted snowball from him right there. I know I can defend a giant graveyard if he goes for it right now, which he actually does, so that's why like I went for the poison. I wouldn't have went for the poison if I knew I couldn't defend the giant graveyard push. So that's what I was like basically talking about. You could see it right there. I had the Evo Skeletons down, the Goblin Gang down, a Princess in the opposite lane, and my Goblin Barrel coming down at his tower. And that's like 4 things that he wants to be putting a spell onto, right? But he just doesn't have enough spells, even though he has 2 small spells inside of his deck, which is more small spells that like most people have. So with this deck you just generate like crazy pressure, and I know I can defend without the goblins, without the poison I mean, because I know my goblin gang is gonna be putting in a lot of work even though he has the arrows in cycle. And yeah, that's gonna be GG's right here. I just need to poison the tower. Poison does 320 damage, so even without the goblin barrel connection that would have been enough damage. And before I end the video, I'm actually gonna be showing you guys my battle log, just so you guys can see what matchups I faced so far, if you guys are interested about that. And I guess some of you guys want to actually check if I didn't lose a game. So yeah, just gonna be showing you guys my battle log right here. And as you can see, I faced like quite a lot of meta decks and a lot of new decks with the Void also, and a lot of completely random decks also. A bit of everything. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys for the next video tomorrow. Bye!